Hi, it's Agnes, and this is a personal story of mine about healing a tumor. So, if the body made it, the body can dissolve it. My desire was dissolving a tumor, and the time frame was 6 weeks to get rid of it. When I was in my 20s, I went to the doctor for a growth on my tongue. I thought it was an ulcer or something of the like, but upon the doctor's examination, he informed me that there wasn't any cream that was going to get rid of that. He told me it was a tumor and it would need surgery to remove it immediately. I had listened to my mum for many years talk about Louise Hay and her little blue book, and I knew that what the body made, it could undo. I just want to say the Louise Hay little blue book has got every single disease in it, and then it's got the emotional cause, and then it's got the affirmation that you can repeat to dissolve it. Okay, so going back to the story, I felt fear as the doctor told me his treatment, but from somewhere inside of me, I told him no, that I would get rid of it through means other than surgery. He was annoyed with me, to say the least, and he told me the tumor would multiply in size every 90 days and that I was really silly to put myself at more risk. He said that they could just cut a piece out of my tongue and it would be fine. I decided having a chunk removed from my tongue was not something I could live with. I had visions of having a tongue like a snake, and this didn't appeal to me one bit. At the time the tumor was at its worst, it was about the size of like 1 pence or, like 5 cents. So it was fairly large. Okay, so I left there. My heart was pounding in my chest and I was determined to get rid of it. I called my mum and told her, and this is what I love about my mum. She wasn't remotely worried. And she said to me, "You'll be fine." And she didn't even stop eating the salad she was enjoying when I delivered the news. I got out the little blue book and it said something about resentment. I knew that I had a few, and I decided to look at what was festering emotionally. I uncovered two resentments in particular. Things I had been thinking about that I hadn't said to people, and it always fascinates me where the disease manifests. So for me, it was stuff I hadn't said, and it manifested in the mouth and in the tongue. So, continuing on. The tongue represents speech and things unsaid, which was what I just said. I needed to say some things to some specific people. I no longer had either of those people in my life, so I decided to write the stuff out and see how it went. In the meantime, I pulled the plug on my stressful job. I moved to the Blue Mountains, an hour north of Sydney in Australia, and I decided to get well. I changed my diet. I wrote the letters daily until I felt I had said it all, and I had burned them in the backyard. I had a very strange experience one night when all the poisonous thoughts were coming out. I became paralyzed on the right side of my body. My cheek dropped, my arm wouldn't move, and my leg also, all on this right side. And I was throwing up and it was coming out the other end as well. So I was in a really bad state. After hours of that, it finally stopped and the paralysis went away about 3 days later. After 6 weeks, the tumor completely disappeared. I went back to the doctor and he assured me it wasn't gone. It was only remission, but I knew it was gone for good. 20 years later, it has never come back. One of the people in question contacted me 4 years ago, and we have totally reconciled our differences, and it was effortless. She called me out of the blue one day, and now we are very close friends. I had festered on things without any knowledge of the impact or hatred and resentment would have on my body. I now know that my body is very quick to manifest in either direction, positive or negative, and that the mind, body, and heart are all linked. I am so grateful I got the tumor in my 20s, because today I have a deep knowing that whatever my body gets in the form of a sickness and disease, I have no fear whatsoever that I can't dissolve it. And the confidence has come due to this experience in my 20s, and I'm now 50. I trust my body and my mind. I won't say I will never get sick. But if I do create an illness, I know I can find the cause in my emotions and in my thoughts, and that I can then dissolve it and return to my natural state of great health and peace of mind. So, any of you that are suffering with some ailments, conditions, some more sinister stuff, doctor diagnoses of, you'll have to live with this for the rest of your life or whatever. It doesn't have to be. There are lots of wonderful ways to dissolve anything, tumors, cancers, lumps, cysts, female problems, broken bones. It is endless what you can do through the power of belief and using the mind to send love to the area that needs the help. Okay? So that's my personal story. I've had a few conversations in the last few days with people that know people that are unwell, or just general unwellness. And the key, sending love to the body daily, is such a wonderful component in the healing process, using the mind to heal the body. Okay, they're not separate. So lots of love to you, lots of love to your bodies. Love your bodies, love your bodies. Use your mind to heal and correct imbalances that start in the mind and then fester and manifest in the body. Okay, that's all I'm saying, and I just wanted to share that, and love to you as always.